in the
that's not what I was
commentary
going
thing.
for. That is not what I was going for. There.
Bitch, let me talk, dude. Jesus Christ.
I can't hear you.
Even in the comment. What do you mean you can't hear me?
Okay, now I can.
Jesus Christ, dude. I've been trying to talk for like 5 minutes.
I'm using the browser, all right? Leave me alone.
You know, he acts all innocent, yeah, right? But he threatened to kill me in the DMs.
Oh, f off. No, I did. Oh, wait, yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. I was like, no, I did. Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't technically directly threaten you.
You know what I hate the most about this? I hate when I fucking, I sit down, I'm ready to record, I'm ready to go, and I take a hit of my vape, and then it's not, and then the thing starts blinking, so I got to put it on the charger. I keep all my chargers in another room, so I can get up and I go to the other chargers, just so I'm not like a Jabba the Hutt fucking guy surrounded by a bunch of chargers. So I got to get up, put my leg on, walk into the other room, charge my vape, and then I got to come back here and sit down, and now I don't have my vape.
Because if I was missing a leg, I would definitely keep everything that I needed all around me.
Now recording.
Hello, welcome to Now Recording. I'm your co-host Matt Pitt. With me today I have Mr. Mickey Mitch.
Hello.
I got Beavers McWood.
Hello.
I got Beckett.
Yo.
And we're gonna continue to talk about the ImAllex stuff. If you didn't see our live stream reacting to some of the ImAllex stuff that came out a few days ago, go watch that before watching this. That way you're all caught up, or just go watch like a Nicholas DiOrio stream or something or whatever. So when we left off, ImAllex pretty much just showed the world who he truly is, a ridiculous person, completely inept, and just like a hypocrite, vindictive, all the stuff everybody thought of him. Yeah, balding, yeah. And well, one thing that started this off is we had a lot of criticisms for the woman as well, because we saw some red flags. And
Looks
Beckett,
like
you actually,
lizard.
yeah, Beckett, you actually found something interesting in your research, or your friend's research.
So yeah, obviously, like the Coincidental channel is run with me and Jenny messaged me and was like, "How is no one talking about the fact that she has him named as racist N-word in her phone?" I was like,
What?
What? I'm like, that is wild. I wonder why. And so I sent this to Nick, and I was like, "Bro, what the fuck? Have you has anyone brought this up yet?" And he was like, "Wait, what?" So basically, I think Jenny explains it best. And she tweeted it out. So I was pulling apart the doc, and that got dropped on ImAllex, and noticed that a few of the screenshots have been cropped. Interestingly, they're cropped within the doc itself, so Google preserved the rest of the image data, which I was able to extract. Here they are uncropped. So yeah, she had him labeled as racist N-word. And like I don't fight on Twitter much, but this has been a lot of very angry people. Some people were like, "I can't believe that you're defending Alex, that you're saying that this is bad as abuse." We haven't upset anything of the sort. We don't care. Yeah.
Just like fully like emotionally retarded. Oh, you're not on our side anymore? Why? Oh no! You defending the ImAllex, the abuser, not the victim? You saying the victim is racist? What the fuck's wrong with you? Like that's all it is.
I think some of the I've seen some of the most insane comments about myself. I think one of them was like, "I just don't think it's proportional to point this out." Where's the focus on Alex? I was like, I'm sorry.
You said the N-word too. You happy?
Yeah, it was like 2 live streams not enough for you people. Like what? So yeah, we have like dedicated haters now.
My favorite was her response, where she pretty much said, "He made me do it." He made me do it. I didn't want to say the N-word. He made me do it. It was his abuse that made me want to call him the N-word.
But to be fair, Matthew, if you were a petite woman and I threatened to bash your head in with a brick, and then I said, "Say the N-word,"
But that's not what happened. That's not what happened. It was before the bashing of the head. No, this is what it was, all right? It was a fun little fucking name they called each other from time to time. They both said the N-word.
Yeah,
it was not,
they both called each other.
it was a quirky little name. It's not meant.
I'm going to take her side on this one too, actually.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, my little N-word.
People fucking do shit like that when they go through a breakup, all right? They will go and change their names on the phone. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I disagree. I think it was.
Yeah,
I think it was a pet name. I think it was a pet name. A pet name for Alex. Yeah.
Can I give you what my favorite theory from all of this?
Who's
is?
my cute little racist N-word?
It's my cute little word. Okay, so while this was going on, somebody was messaging us and being like, "I'm in their Discord. They are coping very, very hard. Would you like to see?"
Which Discord?
In Alice's Discord.
Oh, bet.
And one of the theories put forward was, there is no proof that she typed that herself. She could have gotten a black friend to do it.
So wait, what you say? What you saying? You want me to write that? That's what you want me to do? You want me to write racist N-word for you? All right,
Yeah.
I'll do it. Snow Bunny. Who's my cute little N-word? My little racist N-word? Yes, you're my cute little racist N-word. Yes, you are. Like that. It's just pet names, bro. That's all it is.
I mean, the community's so hyper woke as well that obviously it caused a shitstorm. It actually didn't occur to me how much of a shitstorm it would cause, because we just were like, "Oh, that's pretty funny," you know, like that's it's just dumb. But I think, you know, like there have been points where like sort of black woke Twitter has come in and gone, "Wow, that's a lot of white people excusing the use of the N-word." So
let me back away real quick.
yeah, it's been an interesting little shitstorm. But yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty clear that the whole community has like weird issues, and they've all got these standards that they keep violating themselves, because it's like a tiny mini version of what Alex did. Like, Alex spends all his time calling people out for being abusive pieces of shit, and he turns out to be a massively abusive piece of shit. You know, she notes that, oh, he called me the M-word. It's like, okay, but you seem to have also done that to... I can't wait for what he's got, because it's Alex. He's obviously going to have been logging this check, right?
Yeah. I'm reading some of the tweets underneath your tweet. First of all, although this is disrespectful, I don't think it takes away the fact that Alex seems to be manipulative, gaslighting, and disgusting abuser who needs to be called out for all of this. You seem to be framing this like she's just as bad. Victim blaming isn't lit. He didn't say isn't it. He said isn't lit. This ain't lit, fam. You know.
People reading into stuff was insane.
Alice replied to your tweet and said, I write in my statement multiple times that I became reckless with my use of language because this was so normalized by Alex. I'm well aware this doesn't excuse my use of the word, but it is an honest explanation. I apologize for any offense caused by this. No, an honest explanation would be, yeah, sometimes we say the N-word behind the scenes, not in public, every now and then. This is not an honest explanation because you're saying that he made you say it through manipulation. There's one. Someone named Meg said, clearly neither of them are model citizens, but please, let's not use this as reasons to invalidate her story. I'm seeing so many people using this as a defense for Alex's actions, and that's so insanely sick and twisted considering he physically and mentally abused her. Another one named Barry says, he domestically abused her. This is not the gotcha moment you think it is. Stop demonizing a victim who was abused into that mindset. God, I hate this fan base. I hate this fan base so fucking much, dude.
It's so bad.
Dude, this is like the worst. This is one of the worst fan base. This is the ImAllex's fan base. Like, these people.
I mean, you know, it's nice. It's almost nice to have a look into it. Do you know what I mean? Where you can see what kind of like why so many allegations have come out against people, why people have just listened and believed. So one person who responded to us, they quote tweeted us today actually, and they were like, "These people." I'm paraphrasing, so I can't be fucked to go and read their tweet. but like these people are just there to get a gotcha. You're obviously like trying to walk that back now, blah 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 blah. Why would you even go in and extract those images? That's creepy as fuck. Why would you pull it apart? And so they hid a comment. As far as I can see, they hid the comment underneath their tweet. They were like, INABA just got accused, and within the same day it was like disproven. Like it was shown that it was just a clout chase to go after INABA.
We'll get to that in a second. Yeah. So
but I mean, but that's the thing, right? This is why we like look through and verify and try and like check things, because this is a community that, you know, I think a lot of, I mean, for myself, it's like I remember the Slazo stuff. So I'm like, yeah, obviously I'm going to try and verify and check, because, you know, your community randomly accuses guys of being rapists if they touch someone's waist.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, we got like for example, Mitch, do you know who Annie is?
No.
Okay, well, Annie was like Annie was ImAllex's girlfriend during the Slazo stuff. And now she's come out with her story.
Okay. Oh wait, you put that in a time frame. All right, that narrows it down. Yep, good. Because he's had so many. So
she came out with her side of the story on the ImAllex thing with her own little Google Doc, which, by the way, is only 2 pages. Which, honestly, props for it making it only 2 pages. Greatly appreciate that. But even then, with only 2 pages, I'm still not going to read it all. I'm just going to paraphrase a couple things here, because she mentions the Slazo stuff. And she says, for example, the Slazo situation. Though it was never said in the original statements by Che, he somehow came to the conclusion that it was rape, and everyone else got blamed for it, saying his words. Somehow this situation went from being guilty of being a bad boyfriend to all of a sudden he's a rapist. This was the final nail in the coffin, and I cut all contact with him after that. Now, you've heard that. Now, Nick and a few others were able to find her old tweets from June 28th of 2019, when all this was going down, in which Annie says, in regards to the Slazo situation, Michael is still guilty for what he did in the past, whether Che intentionally or accidentally left some bits out. He still admitted to it in the video, but people are glossing over it. He gaslighted Che, which is a form of manipulation. If someone talked to me like that in a relationship, I would have left, but Che was 14 and she knew no better, while Slazo was 16. That's a massive mentality difference during those ages. Also, that's how I remember it, is a shit rebuttal. At this point, it's he said, she said. I'm still sticking with my friend Che. Though Che may have made some mistakes, I don't want to be around someone who treats someone they're supposed to love like that. I hope he gets some therapy to sort out his issues. And then there's another tweet where it says, innocent people don't stay quiet for this long, clown. And that was 2 days before that the tweet I just read. So, yeah, that's Annie, by the way. Who still had the tweets up. Yep. All snakes, all ugly, by the way. Not very attractive people. So yeah, I checked.
Did you just call the women unattractive?
Yes, the British women in that community are not really that attractive.
Cave trolls.
Yes. Yeah. Golems. Yeah.
They're probably really pissed off too, and I can understand why they'd be pissed off, because if I got naked in front of ImAllex and then let him come inside me, I'd be pretty fucking pissed off too with my life choices. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
I'm imagining.
And ironically, the best looking one so far of the girls was the one who would make, I guess, false accusations against INABA. This person cursed, tweets out, I deleted what I said earlier, but fuck that. INABA knew what Alex was. He would often comment how he was an awful person, and even labeled Alex a narcissist himself. Everyone knew what a disgusting person Alex was. Pretending you were in the dark is inexcusable. While I don't believe that anyone knew to the full extent Alex was treating Alice, everyone knew Alex was a narcissist prior to Alice's statements from how he treated literally everyone else. He's cold and malicious in ways there is no way anyone can deny. Alex was an extremely toxic friend to Frasier, along with so many others, and as someone who once loved him, it was hard to watch. But Frasier admitted to me that he put up with it because being friends with Alex benefited him in his work. Frasier is also a very calculated person. Manipulation and lying come to so easy to him, it is disturbing. He is not the same, but not far different from Alex behind closed doors. What I experienced in my relationship with Fraser is something I'm still working through to this day in therapy. I will be putting out a detailed statement because my situation is something I would like to heal from in private without the input from strangers online. What I do feel comfortable to say is that the way I was treated drove me to suicide attempt in June of 2023, back when I was still living with him. Suicidal thoughts and tendencies
And you
still...
failed. And you failed. How does that make you feel?
Yeah. Suicidal thoughts and tendencies is still something I'm struggling with because of that relationship and struggling to heal properly. Imagine thinking about suicide while dating such a fucking retard like iNabber. Just fucking leave. All right. I also got diagnosed with chronic stress from how he treated me. I experienced...
She dated iNabber. I thought
Yes.
this was someone that dated ImAllex. Wait, she dated both of them?
No, she dated iNabber, and iNabber allegedly used to tell her how much of a big piece of shit ImAllex
Oh,
was.
fucking
behind the
hell. So we're like now, there's like 4 degrees of separation here, and it's like, oh, this is my story of the story that I heard that someone else heard.
Yeah, but what she's now doing is she's trying to piggyback off of this girl coming out.
Make it about herself.
By saying, "Oh, INAB is also a piece of shit, by the way. That guy fucking sucks dick," which he does, but
not in like the abusive boyfriend kind of way, you know. No. I don't think INABber's like INABber's just a dude with no balls. YouTuber. Yeah, he's a scummy YouTuber. But I don't see him going around being like, "Oh, bitch, I'll hit you with a brick and I'll kill you" or something. You know?
Have you seen him? You fucking lie.
Try me. Yeah, fucking try me. I'll kick your ass. I also got diagnosed with chronic stress from how he treated me. I experienced and continue to experience hair loss, extreme daily nausea, vomiting, upset stomach, diarrhea. Hey, Pepto-Bismol.
I'm shitting myself and I am out of
migraines, all from the emotional implications of that relationship. The physical and mental implications I have from that relationship is, again, why I still will not be disclosing what I went through. It is still very raw, and I do not wish my past traumas to be pulled apart like I have seen done to Alice.
By the way, that's some next level fucking traumatizing. Imagine traumatizing somebody so bad that they can't shit right for the rest of their life. Right? Like, they just can't do it anymore just because of how you treated them. That's goals, honestly.
Yeah.
If I can affect your bowel movements with my words, goddamn.
Bro, that's crazy. So, iNabber was probably ready for this because he probably knew this bitch was crazy. And he busted out a Google Doc of his own, pretty much defending himself. She would end up walking some stuff back about him maybe knowing about ImAllex. That's still up in the air, but I think he probably knew that. He at the very least knew ImAllex was a shitty person, but did he know about all the relationships and stuff?
He knew he was a shitty person. I don't know if he knew about the relationship.
Now, in this 18-page Google Doc, I don't think I really want to read it all. There is one very funny screenshot in which iNabber writes. Now, there's a screenshot also from June where the question she was asking me really started making me uncomfortable. She says, "Can you just let me know if I gained too much weight is why you didn't want to have sex with me anymore?" Now, this is interesting because this is after they have broken up. And then iNabber goes, "Pardon?" And she goes, "It's just been a real confidence knock. It keeps playing on my mind because when I was super skinny, we would have sex all the time. But when I got to a healthy weight, it stopped. And usually there's always breakup sex. And this is my first breakup without breakup sex. And I'm wondering if I just not attractive anymore. Please, I just want to know if I'm really not attractive anymore. Fraser, please. My weight is an issue. I want to know. Fraser, I'm going to kill you."
Fraser?
That's iNabber.
Wait. I mean, breakup sex is kind of a bad idea because if you are still able to be not only in the same room as this person and get along, but also get your clothes off and get it on, like there's still some attachments there. And having breakup sex is not gonna help that.
Yeah.
So finally broken up.
And also, it's because you got fat. It's because you got fat. All right.
Don't listen to him. No. Lady, if you're listening, don't listen to him. All right. Do not let this man control your bowels.
Hit the treadmill, Porkers. Hit the treadmill.
I'm going to question
All right.
you when I do a bad poo. I'm going to go, that was Beavers.
It's remarkable that she's gained all that weight because she's been shitting herself so much.
Oh, wait, she's actually fat?
No,
I
not
thought you were
really.
saying that.
Not really. She's not fat.
No,
Oh, all
I
right,
doubt
never
it.
mind. Never mind.
Mitch is just like, oh, did I stand a chance? Wait, what?
You can't get fat with that chronic diarrhea.
Jesus Christ.
In a way, she should be thanking Fraser because he's basically gifted
Hey,
her
no,
the
no,
metabolism
no,
that we all
no.
want.
You can absolutely have diarrhea and be fat. What? You think Boogie is doing solid shits? You think he's doing solids? No, it's like turning on a tap, I bet. A watery, runny tap.
Thank you, Mitchell.
So, okay. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, so, genuine question for you, Matt. How many people do you think people knew about any of the abuse stuff and covered up? Or do you think that they just knew he was a piece of shit and then they're like, oh yeah, that makes sense?
I think if one internet friend knew about it, everybody knew about it. I think
They
it all went around.
Knew.
Yeah.
They all knew, bro. It's like when you were in school, right? Everybody knew which dads were fucking beating the moms. You know what I mean? Everybody knew.
But
you knew who was getting the shit kicked
Well,
out of
even then, but
everything.
like even in
And
like
just
this
because
whole
you know,
commentary
what are
thing.
you supposed to do with that? What the fuck are you supposed to do?
It's not my problem.
But like even in
Okay,
the
that's not what I was
commentary
going
thing,
for. That is not what I was going for. there.
Bitch, let me
But,
fucking
like-
talk, dude. Jesus Christ.
I can't hear you.
Even in the comment. What do you mean you can't hear me?
Okay, now I can.
Jesus Christ, dude. I've been trying to talk for
I'm
like
using
5
the
minutes.
browser, all right? Leave me alone.
I can't wait
God
to read Mitch's Google document.
I forgot what I was gonna fucking say now. Go ahead,
You're
Mitch. My
saying
God.
even in the commentary community.
Well, even in like the commentary sphere, like everybody does, secrets are not kept in any of these communities. So if one person knows about this going on between this personal situation about abuse and stuff, that person's telling that person, that person telling that person, that person telling that person, it's going to get all the way back around. And yeah, I'm sure everybody at the very least knew something was going on.
Yeah,
No, especially because those British YouTubers don't really have big social circles. They kind of hang out with the same people. You know what I mean? It's not like they're friends with everybody under the sun. They kind of keep to themselves. Little clique.
Yeah, on their little island.
So I'm sure they all knew.
Is that true, Beckett? Is that what they're like?
I don't know. I don't have any actual friends.
Beckett lives under the bridge.
I basically live on the bridge.
He's in Mordor. You know, they're in Rivendell. Far
There's
away.
a couple of bridges. Chud Logic lives under one. I'm under the other. Queeman gets like half a bridge.
Oh, did you know like Nicholas Diora stole my joke, by the way, but because it wasn't a joke. Queeman called into one of your streams late at night, Beckett.
Yeah.
And I tuned in like as he was there, and I for like 5 seconds thought you were talking to ImAllex. I was like,
Yes,
no way.
like
Beckett got it. Beckett got the ImAllex. He called in.
All right, okay. Yeah, fucking Diorio came into chat. Is that what that was?
Yes, because I went to the VC and I started saying like, holy shit, I thought fucking Queeman was ImAllex, and then he just walked into your VC and started saying it in the chat, stealing my joke. But it wasn't a joke. It was actually what happened.
Oh god, I should have staged it as that. That would be funny. That would have been funny.
It would have convinced me for a little bit. I legit thought that ImAllex had lost it and was like, "Oh, this British guy, I don't know. I'm going to call into his stream. That's something ImAllex would do, though." So,
I mean, Queeman's definitely been having fun with this. Like he's gone on a much more sort of like middle of the ground path that Alice is. You know, also got her own things. That the document is dishonestly presented. He had like an argument with Chud, which has been like interesting to watch. I mean, I'd spoken to Queeman before I'd really read the document, so I was like, well, I don't know. Now, like, it's a weird one because I feel like anybody who gets put even slightly on the anti-position, because Alex is so hated, rightfully so, because he's such a piece of shit. People are like, well, you must be an ImAllex fan. It's like, how the fuck does this guy have any fans at all? Every single bit of footage I've seen of him, It's just like he's just a creepy. I think Alice calls him a gremlin in one shot, and I'm like, that's accurate. He's just a fucking creepy gremlin.
So is she. So is she. They're both like little gremlins.
Well, that's because they look kind of identical.
Yeah, does she realize when she calls him a gremlin that she's calling herself a gremlin by fault? Like, because like they look just alike.
Now, I have a question, right? Am I the asshole?
Yes.
Like, you could literally... I dislike all of these people so much, right?
Yeah.
ImAllex. People could call them rapists, right? And I'd just be like, yup, probably. Move on with my life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind
probably.
of an asshole take. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't blame you. I mean, I could like it's more like, well, that's their problem, I guess. Well, oh well, sucks to be you. You know.
Yeah, I do that thing where I'd be like, oh, I heard.
Yeah.
You know, I heard ImAllex is a rapist.
I mean,
That's what I heard on the streets.
There's not one guy who deserves it more in this whole YouTube area than probably him. He has done so many false accusations against people.
I heard he likes to burn down orphanages.
Did you hear about the fact that ImAllex like literally goes to farms and beats animals just before they're slaughtered, just for the joy of it? He just wants to get the first blow in against something that's about to be killed.
I heard he crafted 3 rings for a different race to gain power over them, but they wouldn't allow that. So he crafted another 7 rings for another race to gain power over them, but they wouldn't allow it. So he crafted one only ring to get power over everybody. And then this whole thing started fighting. Like there's a lot of infighting and stuff, and that's what I heard.
I heard he fucked a hobbit.
I was going to say, that previous theory sounds a lot like the whole the Jews control everything theory.
I was going to say Lord of the Rings.
Oh my god, Mitch. Oh my god. Oh, you are
also
so
gonna say-
stupid.
I heard that Alex says, I'm Alex when he comes. Every single time without fail.
It was like
It's the
he's
only
a
way he can
Pokemon.
finish. Yeah.
Like
He'll
he's
try
right.
not to. He'll try not to say his name, but he just can't get there. And it's like frustrating him. He's like,
Yeah, like
Say the channel name.
yeah,
Say
I'm
it.
actually. Do you know what? I'm actually fully with Beavers. I hope this entire community burns.
Yeah, they're the worst.
They're all awful. It's like I didn't. Oh fuck! Do you know? I was talking to Xylee about it, and I was like, "Oh fuck, they're the worst." And she was like, "Yeah, but you deal with outcome." I was like, "This is worse. This is unironically fucking worse." Like,
And the worst thing about the community is they have the fans that we all want. Wait, I'm going to reword that. They have the fans that any channel would want because of their engagement. Teenage girls.
okay.
I'm so glad you reworded
No.
that.
Okay, put it out there.
Mitch, please fuck with it in the edit.
No, that's not the audience that we want.
They have the audience that we want, like really, really badly, to the point where I like fantasize about it at night, all the time in my room alone.
I'm leaving all that in.
No, but the reason that you want them is you can just say this person bad person, right?
Yeah,
And they become like rabid dogs running through the streets, just looking to tear that person apart.
And-
Yes,
Limb
but
from
when you
limb.
stop giving them attention, they will then tear you up.
and they buy all your merch too.
True.
We don't have any merch, Matt.
So, yeah, people keep asking me where our merch is, and I keep telling them to go ask Beavers, and Beavers just ignores them. So, and then they come back and ask me, so then I ignore them. So, yeah,
I told him to start doing that, by the way.
yeah, I'm ignoring everybody now. It's my new.
It's
new
nice
thing.
that no one thinks to ask Beckett and me. No one
It's,
thinks of
it's such
that.
a pain in the ass, bro.
I mean, yeah, they come. Okay, we'll get back on topic in this moment. But what they do is they come ask me, I ignore them. They go ask Matt. Matt used to not ignore them and get himself into convoluted like side plots, like little
Yeah.
side quests. And then Matt nowadays says, "Go ask Beavers," and then they say, "Well, I tried asking Beavers. He just fucking ignored me."
And then I
And-
ignore them.
And then he ignores them. No, we've come full circle.
That's the new move.
But
Happy for you guys.
Like ask your father, and then the father says ask your mother, and then your mother says ask your father.
Which one's the mother?
I'll be the mother.
Beavers.
Yeah, that does actually make sense.
Come and suckle on my breasticles, Mitchy Moo.
Fucking Christ. It's not an
Christ,
image I
that's a sound now.
wanted.
That's a donation
That
sound
is
now.
certainly that is certainly a string of words stuck together.
All right,
bit
let's cut it here.
Okay, but
All right.
Let's not.
No,
Like
let's,
looking-
let's try and get back on track,
Oh my
people.
God.
I've lost the
Did you-
plot completely at this
You're
point.
Did you know that
Oh,
the fucking girl that canceled iNabber, her at is your soft blood.
What?
Soft.
Her
blood.
at is your soft blood.
Is it
You-
BLUD?
No, yeah, BLOOD. What you
Oh,
are
okay.
SOFTBLOOD. I was looking her up to see if she was actually attractive or not, and I think she's probably the better of the accusers. Probably, yeah. And she's not fat. She's definitely not
Let me
fat.
take a look. Put it in the group chat.
Yeah,
Why are we rating these victims on their attractiveness?
Because I ran out of stuff to talk about, Mitch. All right.
Okay.
Oh, Matt,
well-
did you see the thing I sent you in relation
Yeah,
to the
I
earlier
don't.
text
Yeah,
conversation?
that
Oh, I'm
really threw me off.
I'm desperately trying to get this podcast back on age. Actually, listen, do I need like fucking bells for you guys? Like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
First of all, she's a redhead, right? She's pretty cute.
Ooh.
I tried. I want it on record that I tried.
She's not
Ooh.
bad. She's not bad. She's not bad looking. Probably
Fucking
filters.
right.
Probably a lot of filters. I'd give her like a good 7.5 out of 10. Definitely the best looking one out of all of them. The other ones are kind of like
I have
pudgy.
a problem.
Like, what?
It's opened my MOBA website. Give me a second. Ah, she's pretty. Running every day to raise £1,000 for cancer research.
Yeah, that's definitely a step up for iNabber for sure. He's kind of a bitch for not
Ooh.
having breakup sex with her, but at the same time, like I understand, she's also crazy.
Yeah, she's also a whore. There's that.
So I think part of this kind of like as it develops is there seems to be like I don't know. You've got like two big sides to this, right? You've got the side of oh my god, Alice is an abuse victim, and this is really sad. And undoubtedly, like ImAllex is massively emotionally manipulative and abusive, and you've got the physical stuff there. Though I mean, in some ways, that's the like the least information we have. We have a lot of threats and shit. And then you've got the other side, which is like all these people suck. It's quite an interesting little intersection because, you know, I can see Diorio being tweeted at by people being like, you know, oh, I can't believe people are coming out and treating this as drama. And Diorio's like, I don't fucking care. I just want to cover this. It's quite like a weird one. Has this, like, you guys have been sort of like pure commentary, like, well, I've been away for longer.
Yeah.
I mean, does this surprise you, or is this sort of what you were all expecting out of this?
There's always that kind of like sort of audience that gets all very emotionally attached to the drama to the point where they see it as like super serious. When it's someone like commentary kind of sees it as kind of funny because of what ImAllex is and what he's done. And so there becomes this like struggle of like treating like the girl. Look, the girl. She got what kicked, right? She got kicked, right? Is that what happened?
She got kicked, and at some point, he like
And
grabbed her, as far as I can
and then
see.
she slapped him like once, right?
Yeah,
she-
she slapped him.
She wasn't
first,
locked in
before
a
he
closet
went
and
out.
gotten the shit beat out of her, right? There's way different like things here, all right? So you don't have to treat her like she's a fucking rape victim with a fucking blanket over her shoulders, being like, what a strong, brave person you are. All right, like you can laugh at this stuff because it's funny.
Am I leaving this
You know?
in?
Yes.
Okay.
To be
Just
fair,
wanna check.
right? These also I don't understand them because they'll get upset because you're making fun of the Alice girl, right? For being
Yeah.
clearly crazy. But then when we were remember that what was that guy's name that got that the ex-boyfriend showed up to his house and fucking shot up the place.
Hunter Avalon.
Hunter Avalon. Remember his girlfriend took like a bullet in the leg or something like that?
Yeah.
Make fun of her. Nobody cares. And
Yeah.
arguably, she went through more than this girl.
Absolutely, 100%. She went.
She got shot in the fucking leg.
She got shot in the leg, dude.
He the
real
reason he
PTSD.
found her was he put like I think it was air tags or whatever the fuck they're called in the bag.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
he was like full on stalking her and shit. It's fucking wild.
So no, it's just they have a double standard for where they get upset and where they don't get upset. As soon as you mention abuse, even if it's mostly verbal, right? They get their panties in a twist. But like
You know what?
everything's funny. Everything in life is funny. If you don't laugh, you're gonna kill yourself.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean that's like
Yep.
that's the thing I've been like dealing with like the autism in this community, because I had like a little like I was watching like the iNabber stuff unfold, and I was like, man, you know, fucking women are really fucking vindictive, bro. And I had this kind of thought that I tweeted out because I was like, oh, I might call some shit, you know, just to say it. It was anecdotal, like it's not based on stats or statistics or anything. But I tweeted out, we've witnessed the two different genders and how they deal with a bad breakup. Men, angry, frustrated, sad, mopes around for a few months, eventually gets over it. Women,
Smacks a
angry,
bitch.
women, angry, frustrated, sad, mopes around for a few months, but eventually gets over it, but still wants payback. And
Slaps a
that's what-
homie and regrets it when he smacks a bitch.
and then that's the vindictiveness of the woman, right? And then fucking Jalen like quote tweets me and then like puts an article of the Hunter Avalon situation. I'm like, that's not what I meant at all. That's not the people I'm talking about. I'm talking about normal people, not people like out of the ID channel go around shooting people because their girlfriend broke up with them. I'm talking about like normal people. Most men will get all sad and mopey and want them back, and then eventually they get over it. Women do the same thing, but if they have a chance to get payback, they will, no matter what. That's kind of like what's my thought process. And that fucking Elote man, dude, that Elote man was like, oh, Jalen W. Fuck you, Elote man.
You know when we were going through the text exchange between ImAllex and the Alice girl?
Yeah.
You know, in the original one she dropped. You know what I think a big problem in that relationship was? There were two women in that relationship.
Yes.
There were two
Yeah.
two BPD women vying for each other's attention.
Yeah, they
And there was
scissored when they
nobody
had
there.
sex.
There was no daddy. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? There was a lack of a daddy figure. They both had daddy issues, and there was nobody to fill that void. They were
Yeah,
trying very hard.
I'm Alex. When they're having sex, I'm like, you want a scissor, mate? And she's like, what? And then they scissor.
So I'll say this for like Alice, because you know, there's points here where like I look at like the stuff Alice has said, and I'm like, do you know what? I can see someone here who's got like either a sense of humor or can deal with things and seems at least more grown up than Alex does, because she'll try and apologize and kind of like balance things in the relationship and be like, oh, I actually want you to be happy. She says that she suffers with depression.
They all say that.
Well,
They all say
but
they
even
want to
in
be
the
happy.
messages,
they don't mean it. They don't
even in the
mean it.
messages, but even in the messages, she's trying to make like concessions that I've seen myself make with like really fucking crazy partners, where they're like, oh, I want you to want it. I want you to want to be happy. So I can see her doing that. I think it's one of those things where if she just come out and said, because she admits to stuff, she's right in the document where she's like, oh, I admit to like my bad behavior. If she just come out at the beginning and been like, yeah, you know what, I labeled him racist N-word and I'm right. Like,
Yeah.
and he is, and the problem is that this community is so like overly virtuous that there can't be two people can't both be crap. One has to be a villain, the one has to be like perfect purity. And it's just like,
There needs to be like an understanding that all white people have said the N-word behind closed doors. They've all said it. Every single
Not
one
once. Not once.
No,
Yeah, I
haven't.
bet. Yeah.
Haven't.
There's not one white person who hasn't done it. And if they say that to you, they're lying through their fucking teeth. They've all said the N-word. All of them. All right.
Not
Cute little
once.
British girl, innocent British girl who wouldn't hurt a fly. She said the N-word before. All right.
I've
They all
only
did.
said it when I sing along to songs.
But I think the most important thing about this ImAllex thing, and it's the biggest triumph through this whole drama, is it brought
Is it
back
he's dead? Oh.
yes. What?
It brought back Baited.
It did. It did.
Yeah, I noticed that during the
haven't listened to
recording.
it
I was
yet.
like, "Oh, when's that coming out?" Came out 5 hours ago. I'm like,
Oh, dude, you
Listen
guys
to
need to
that.
go watch. You guys need to go listen to it because I can understand why so many people cherish this as the best podcast and commentary, and why people want it to come back even after like 6-7 years. It's because it's got these three have got the best chemistry with each other in commentary, and there's nothing better. Like Clown and Keem arguing with each other. And then you got Tommy in the middle, kind of like as the laugh track. It's like the perfect formula. And I can see why like Nick and all these guys like really look fondly back at that podcast.
Yeah, it's because the fucking Tommy is kind of like the glue that holds them together. Because Keem and Clown do not see eye to eye on many things.
Oh, at some point they started the fucking Keem starts talking about pyrocynical, and they start going back and forth. And pyrocynical Clown's just like, you dated like a young girl, and Keem's like she had, and then Clown's like she has braces, and Keem's like she wanted to fix her teeth. You know, it's
well,
really
I mean,
good.
okay.
To be fair, Tyrone did call that out. He did wish that they pushed Clown a little bit more on the pyrocynical thing.
But all those people are autistic, and they have all the information in their head. Keem doesn't have that. Tommy doesn't really know what's going on at most of the time in that situation. So it would take a toast
rather
of
than
fire.
talking about like a better podcast for a second, though, I think that's an interesting point. There must be people like I don't know if you saw like the tweet. Somebody like asked Pyro, what do you think of this? And he's like, oh, unlucky.
Yeah.
Now, my working theory, my prediction is that depending on how bad all this is, I'm not sure Alex is going to respond. I think Alex might just dump everything he has.
Okay.
Like, because this guy like must have shit on everyone.
Probably.
It'll be like
that's my theory. Yeah. Well, no, like a Google Doc or something, right?
I don't think that's going to be his first move. He's going to come out, he's going to try to apologize or address it or whatever. When that doesn't work, then he'll throw everybody under the bus.
I mean, how much would you be shitting the bus if you were some of these people?
A lot.
Bro, he's got a shitload on INABber, bro. That dude's been on his dick for years, and that's the reason why. INABber's scared of ImAllex. He's scared of what ImAllex has on him.
Cool.
Yeah, it's See, I think that we're starting to see the beginnings of the implosion, but I think this might take down quite a lot of people potentially.
Well, I think who's with him? Who's in his crew? It's ImAllex, INABber. Is it Memulus with them?
Winnie, Memulus. Bluesdank was in there. He's not anymore. He's a detractor. And there's probably like a few others I don't remember. James Marriott. James Marriott, right? He's in there.
Those guys are. I mean, those guys are the epitome of I'm just a YouTuber.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're fucking sharks. Also, they said what we said on Baited. It was very similar in what they said. 100%. Those statements that they all put out, right?
Mm-hmm.
They worded them together.
Yeah.
They had to have worded them
of
together.
Course.
They sat in a group chat. They were like, "Oh my god, he's fucked.
Yeah.
Let's get ahead of this."
Yeah, exactly.
What are we gonna say?
That's 100% a YouTube thing to do. The unlucky line from Pyro. That's how YouTubers look at this stuff. It's not the real way is he's unlucky. Yeah, because like they're all shitty people. They all have stuff they've done that can be twisted into twisted into them getting canceled. They all have that. So in many ways, to them, it's just unlucky. They're unlucky. Their time has come. You know, that's the way they think about it. It's not I must do good, and if I do good, then I won't get like picked apart. You know.
I wonder if did Alex ever cover the 15-year-old girl thing with Pyro?
I don't think so. He was already past that. He was doing like weird like talk show shit or something. Wasn't he doing like a podcast or?
Maybe because it's in. I mean, I would say in the I don't know about it anymore, right? Because he's not as popular as he was. I don't think.
Yeah.
But I don't think they would have swung at Pyro back in the day. I don't think because he was massive.
Yeah, I don't think they need like they were at that point, right, where they didn't have to like cover certain stories because they had a big enough audience where they could ignore the push on Twitter. Their numbers still rose, their likes still rose, their views still rose, and even when they were getting pushback on Twitter, everything was still going up. So they didn't have to. So they had the power to ignore all the criticism against them, so they could just move on. And then they did the E-Boys thing.
I'll tell you what, why fucking ImAllex and all of them are so fucked, right? Beyond fucked. Is again, the audience that all YouTubers want are teenager girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
The problem with that is, it's like Mitch said, with the flip side of that, when you don't feed them, they'll eat you alive, right?
Yeah.
And so, and then on top of that, you have to remember that ImAllex and all of these guys, their content hasn't really been pointing out evidence and stuff like that. It has been, this guy's a bad guy because of X, Y, and Z. Look at how bad this person is because of X, Y, and Z. Yeah. Right? And now people are going, well, you're actually a bad guy. And so I think his audience are just going to eat him alive. Now, I don't know if he cares or not. Because like I said, he made serious money, right? In his comeback now. I mean, what was it? He was waiting on, I think he said in the thing, £72,000 or whatever was being held back from him. So I don't know. Maybe he just cuts his losses and he rides off into the sunset. But I think he's too much of a egotistical maniac to do that.
Wait, did you hear the stories about how like disgusting ImAllex was, and he would shat in a toilet and didn't flush it for like months, and it was discovered after he had moved out. He had toenails everywhere and like weird like he didn't shave, all that stuff. It's just crazy to me that like,
I mean, dude looks greasy, right?
Yeah, no, he looks way better now, bro. If you see what he looked like when he started commentary, literal like fucking gremlin that's playing WoW in his fucking basement.
Yeah.
Right? Like disgusting. Oily. He was gross, bro. And then I don't know what happened, but his mouth also used to look a lot weirder. Yeah. Maybe he got like his teeth reduced or something, because it was fucking rough back in the day.
Somebody sat down with a fucking angle grinder on this motherfucker.
But it's just crazy to me that when you're that wealthy, you still like can live like disgusting like that.
Well, I think so like
but he should have got it made.
Yeah.
But it's like the YouTuber thing. Like, it's the YouTuber thing. These people are all sort of like locked in their basements making fucking videos, howling into the void, because that's it. That's all they've got. Yeah. Like, the messages between him and Alex, it's quite clear that this guy is manically fucking depressed. And that's not like, I don't want that as like, we should be sympathetic. Like, sort your fucking life out. Go on holiday. You've got all this money. Just be fucking, like, sort your shit out. But he's not. He's a miserable little lonely fuck.
Well, the other thing you need to keep in mind with, you say you don't see how they could be like that. The other thing you have to keep in mind is that with people like Alex, right, and all of those other guys, they didn't start doing YouTube as, haha, this is fun, right? They started doing YouTube because they wanted to be YouTubers. They wanted to make money. So they literally sat in their rooms throughout their entire youth, not interacting with people on the internet. And I don't think that really creates a well-balanced human being. You know what I mean? That creates the type of person that would shit in a toilet and not flush it for months.
Yeah.
Because, it's my shit. You know, like when you shit and it's like you don't really smell your own shit, but then somebody else shits and you're like, oh, dear God. You know what I mean? So kind of like that. He's just like, it's a familiar smell.
I think though there comes a time when your shit, even though it's your own, is sitting in the toilet. There comes a moment when even it's disgusting to you. Well, I don't know when that moment is. I don't know how long it takes, but I'm sure after months it's crossed that threshold at some point.
Well, it can fester in your toilet and cause black mold, which is what they said began. Because like he moved out with the turd and still in the toilet.
Do you think human turds turn into dog turds?
You think what?
Do you think they get white and crusty? Like,
well, no, it's going to be in the water the whole time, right?
Only time I've ever had to handle
Which makes it
somebody else's
worse.
shit is a crackhead broke into my backyard and shat in my garden.
Yeah.
I woke up and there was a turd sitting in my garden. I was like, that's bigger than my dog.
Oh my god! Can we go back to shitting
No,
on? Wait,
genuinely a gross human being. Which is kind of weird because you say there's all those stories about him being so gross, and then in those, in like the audio clips that she shared, he's like saying, "Oh, I'm the one that cleans, and I'm the one that does this, and I'm the one that does that," you know.
Yeah.
But maybe that's kind of like when you go and you stay at somebody else's house, you're on your best behavior, like. So maybe it's an element of that. I don't know. I just hope, personally, that at this point, what the sad thing is with the ImAllex thing? I wish this had... Okay. Okay. Angry ladies in the comment section. I do not wish that the girl got abused at all. Right? But what I will say is, I wish he had abused her sooner. Right?
Why?
Because...
You better save this.
What?
You better save it.
No, because there's not really a point in canceling ImAllex at this point. Do you know what I mean?
I thought you were gonna say there's not. I don't really have a point. I just wish he would have abused her sooner.
Yeah, I just
really don't like her.
There's been a lull for ages. It's nice that it's happened now, but
I wish it would have started like a year ago, so that whole hit you in the head with the brick thing could have manifested, and then there could have been a criminal case against him. Could have got the streets.
Yeah,
but no, it's just I don't know. Takes the wind out of my sails a little bit because he's had his career. His career was on the decline in any case, I think.
Well, you say that, right? But he was kind of like he was getting a comeback. Like me and Tommy were looking at his channel before all this went out, and he was getting hundreds of thousands of views on his videos. It's a decline from where he was like 5 years ago, yes, but there was like a rise. And then he was doing a podcast with iNabber, so it was kind of like he was like returning to commentary in a way. But now this has happened, and it's just totally shut the door on his face. So in a sense, it did kind of hurt him for making that comeback.
That's how you fucked up, right? When you start in commentary, you leave to go do better things, and then you somehow end back up.
You're back in commentary, like,
yeah.
Oh shit. Fuck.
That's how you fucked
once
up.
you leave a niche like that, it's very hard to come back.
Because he left like rubbing shoulders.
Us.
He left and he was like rubbing shoulders with like Logan Paul and all those guys, and now look where he is, rubbing shoulders with Doug. No,
No, because he was
they're watching WWE together, and they see Logan Paul. He's like, "I'm rubbing shoulders with him."
Well, this is why I think that this is stage one, right? Like this is ground zero. But what happens to the rest of that community, the people who still do have careers, I think is kind of like the interesting part, in some respects, because that's the part where it's like, oh, all you guys are fucking shitheels, and you've kind of catered to a very particular audience, right? That you cannot live up to the expectations of. And there must be people in that audience who are like them, in that they want to be YouTubers. And right now, all those people are like, wow, I used to watch this guy, and here's my video about how much they've disappointed me and how much I'm a better person. That's the next stage. They're going to get eaten. They're going to get eaten by the upcoming, generation of psychotic fucking teenage YouTubers. What a fucking fate! What a fate!
I heard Tommy on Baited say I don't think ImAllex is going to get as hurt as everyone thinks. I think he will survive because that's his personality. And if he has to grift to the right, to the Nazi right or whatever, not the Nazi right wing, but this, you know what I mean, the way right, over there, far right Nazi, he will.
Well, it's funny that Tony said that, because I was saying the other, I can't remember who the fuck I was talking to about it, but I was like, oh, maybe he'll do a reverse Hunter Avalon.
Yeah.
You
You know what the thing with ImAllex is, though? You know, you were saying he might go to the right.
Yeah.
Is that ImAllex, and you know he's used the N-word before, right? So he obviously, in some way, believes that he's got a racist bone in his body. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so the problem with a guy like ImAllex is he's gonna go and grift there on the right. And can you imagine him saying like, "We are the master waif"? Right? That's like taking a downy to the eugenics like conference and being like, "Look at him, this
Our
marvelous
genes are
specimen."
made from perfection.
Well, I tweeted out that I was going to cover up INABA, I guess, at time of recording tonightish, or like tomorrow night or whatever. And they were like, well, just be aware that he's a racist, so pick your battles. And they sent me like a fucking collection of tweets from 2016 of INABA using the M-word.
Base.
Because, but
yeah.
it used to be a lot more fucking normalized, and people
Yeah, no,
just
it
sort
was
of forgotten.
especially it was like right after Trump, that whole thing like with Trump and the Weinstein stuff, and everybody starts getting canceled. Everybody's like started policing their language. So all these edgy YouTubers, like the normal YouTuber that was getting a lot of views and stuff, they were edgy as fuck. They were tweeting out the N-word, they were making horrible jokes, all that. We're talking about Elvis the Alien, ImAllex, iNabber, the Pig, Bionic Pig, all those guys. They were all doing it. But then after that, they started policing everybody and being virtuous and all this dumb shit and apologizing and going after other people that had pulling the ladder up basically for people that were below them who were trying to be edgy. And so then years later, when they're getting criticized, all those tweets start coming back, and it just it throws it right back on them. So yeah, iNabber's one of those guys for sure, 100%. They all tried to be edgy when it was fun, and it was acceptable to do so. And when the pendulum swung, now it's acceptable to be virtuous and be apologetic for your actions. And now that the pendulum's swinging back in the other direction, it's going to be fun to be edgy again. You're going to start seeing a lot of people that were once virtuous backpedaling and being like, I don't know what I was thinking, guys. You should be able to say the N-word whenever you want. It's freedom of speech, right, guys? Yeah, fuck that shit. You're going to see a lot of that.
I never changed.
Because it's about
I
money.
stayed on the front.
But if you're staring at a 6-figure deal a year,
yeah,
it's like all I got to do is police my language and be a little virtuous. I might take those 6 figures. That's all it is.
That's not a might. I would instantly.
Yeah.
Would.
I mean, if you didn't, you would be bad with money, right?
Yeah.
Those who are also bad with money: Darcy Evans, Ghosty, Grizzly Bear 1996, K-Hut Latchkey Gothboy, Ringtail, Stefan Corbino, Joe Vile, Pigeon Salad, Echo of Tragedy, Brooke A, Fresh Brewski, Reynolds Hughes in Maine. If you want to be bad with money, $14.99 a month. Get your name set up for every episode, every live stream. Can afford that. There's a Beaver Lover, $9.99 a month. Get your priority calls and exclusive early releases of Now Recording episodes. Can't afford that. Stumpy's $4.99. Now Recording membership live streams, Now Recording membership episodes, and access to paywall, Discord, VCs, and text channels that we never use. While I was saying all that, I just imagine Mitch, like his business picks up for him and he becomes a big YouTuber, and then he's like, yeah, so I was on this podcast for a while called Now Recording, and I want to say I'm really like that was unacceptable, the things I said on that podcast.
You make that joke, but literally yesterday I sent an application and audition for a mainstream show on the radio. And then I thought about Now Recording and I was like, you know what? I think I would just ignore it, hope that it never comes up, and then if it does, hopefully already be hired and go, well, sorry, I said ejaculate cream pie cum in butt and laughed at British people.
Okay, but Mitch, here's my counterpoint. If you ever try and do that, I'm going to share that screenshot that I sent you.
Did you do that, Beavers?
Just occurred to me. Beavers is our Alex. He's like got done everyone. He's like, you guys ever fucking cross me?
Did Mitch actually change his name, or did like?
No,
is that
I
like
didn't. Beavers did it.
No, he did.
No, I didn't. No, Beavers changed it.
Hard ER and everything.
Wait, you can all see it? It's not just beavers that can see it?
He sent the screenshot to everybody.
Oh. He not just got the kryptonite, he like distributed it to everybody.
I think
like-
I am Alex. I am.
You are
Alex.
never leaving, Mitch.
You're like
You're in for the
Batman
long
when
haul.
Batman and the Justice League, Batman like gathered everybody's weaknesses and like put it in one place. So he's like, if one of us goes rogue, we just gotta like break in case of emergency, and here's everyone's weaknesses. Like he had kryptonite for Superman and blah blah blah. And they're like, "What's your weakness?" And he's like, "I'm Batman. I'm never gonna go rogue."
No, because I was literally having this. Matt was in a VC with me, and I was having a conversation where I was talking about like what happens if I leave the internet, right? Like if I just leave, and I'm just like, I'm probably just gonna leak everything. Like I'm just gonna release everything that I have and just walk away. And Matt's just like quiet. He's like, He's like, and then you're gonna leave us in the shit, and I'm just like, yeah, I won't be here, not my problem.
It's fine.
All
I
right.
have so many recorded clips of beavers. It's all good.
Yeah.
With that being said, thank you for listening to Now Recording, guys. Make sure to keep an eye out for some new live streams. Probably a membership stream sometime soon, whenever we can get everybody together. Now Recording episodes every week, live streams every week. Should like, comment, subscribe, all that noise. And remember, Now Recording is always recording. Have a good one.
Peace.
Come and suckle on my breasticles, Mitchy Moo.